Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. I trust you had a ducky weekend. I know I did. I had an amazing weekend, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. We have a lot to talk about on today's show. By the way, we're enjoying our second decade of this show. That's become a daily routine for all of you. Great cities like St. Paul, Minnesota, Bath, Maine. They make big ships there.
You've ever been there?
Yeah, driven through it multiple times.
Actually, I think you took me there once.
You may have
I
gone
remember
to the Bath Boat Works.
Yeah, I think we did go there. Mm-hmm.
Rapid City, South Dakota, Nice, France, although it's spelled nice. Nice!
Mike, it's Nice to be important, but it's more important to be Nice.
Thank you. Cary, C-A-R-Y, like your wife.
Yes.
North Carolina, and the Principality of Monaco. I'd love to go there. I'd love to visit Monaco. I'd love to go to the French Riviera. I'd love to see what
it's
the
very
thing's all about.
small.
I understand they're having their whole country carpeted. I'm talking small.
We understand it's small, Mike.
It's $2 in a cab from one side of the country to the other. This is not a big place. But we can sit here and ham and haw. I got lots to cover today. A great angling expedition over the weekend, and many, many more special things that happened. But you know what?
What?
We have no time to do that now because we're going to start the week with a rousing edition, ladies and gentlemen, of America's favorite game show. Who the F is it?
Yay!
That's right. A very, very wonderful game where I play as your charming host with Oscar and Rob trying to guess, well, who the F is it?
Right.
I hold in my hand a series of 10 facts
10.
about this individual.
I'm currently the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, he is. I think he has me.
Has he been beating you?
I think he has me 3-1.
I don't think you've ever won.
No, I won Hodakotby.
Oh,
So here's how the game works. All right, shut up. Here's how the game.
Hateful and horrible.
Shut up! I'm trying to start the game. Are you gonna pay attention to the game?
Yes.
When you hear this, that's the background music. I didn't mean to play that. When you hear this, that means your time is up. Are you okay? Are your lungs okay? Are your non-exercised lungs okay?
Ready.
Fine.
Hey, is that all you're going to do to me now? Is yell at me all the time?
No, but you left out the most important rule of the game.
What?
Is that when you have a guess, you have to say very loud,
I've got it.
Exactly. That's one of the
If you really have it.
Right. You can guess
Or you
all
think
along.
you really have it.
Mm-hmm. There's no
Now,
penalty for
this-
a wrong guess.
This one was done in haste. I don't know if there's going to be anything that's going to tweak either one of you. There may be. If you don't get it like right off the bat, maybe we'll dive deep into it. But sometimes, I think, 3 clues is...
We've gotten it in 3, yeah.
That's the record, right?
The whole tray.
Anyway.
And also,
The
I
whole
think
tray.
it is because we all know each other so well. I think sometimes you work at a subliminal level where sometimes we connect on stuff.
We'll see what happens, but I'm not going to give any more hints because we're going to play the game right now known as Who the F Is It? Who could it really be? Who the F is it this time? I have to take a break and take a pee. No, I don't. Let's start, shall
All right,
we?
Ready.
Yes, clue number
Turn
1.
that up. There it is. Okay. This person was born in Fairfax, Virginia.
All right.
Fairfax,
How come
Virginia.
you're writing them down?
Because it helps you to recap later.
Okay.
It's a strategy.
And also, when I recap it, it helps you, I believe. So if it has to be someone of note from Fairfax, there's only one person that comes to mind for me
Oh, boy.
being born in Fairfax,
Are
Virginia.
you going to make a guess now? Power Porsche?
I've got it!
There we go.
Who?
Pro figure skater Michael Weiss.
That is incorrect.
Damn it. Damn it.
Let's go
The
on to
confidence,
our.
I like it.
Let's. That scared me because he's a game
he's
guy.
good,
He
he's
likes
good.
games.
Yeah, I do. I love games.
And he's won a lot of games. So let's go to fact number 2. This person was born with no sense of smell.
COVID prior to COVID.
Or during
Well,
COVID.
No, I will add on well prior to COVID.
Okay.
No
No
smell.
sense of smell.
Definitely not a Top Chef.
No. Could be a pig farmer.
No, they wouldn't find any of the truffles.
No, the
I
pigs
am
find
sorry.
the truffles.
Oh, I thought
The farmer
I
has
thought
no
the farmer
guesses?
trained
None
them.
guesses.
No guesses.
None
I was
guesses.
just
That
talking
means
to
it's
that.
time to move on to
Not a truffle farmer.
Right.
factoid number 3.
Yes.
This person is divorced.
Divorced person. From Fairfax.
Fairfax.
With no sense of smell. Well, born with no sense of smell.
Yes.
Maybe this person developed a sense of smell during the marriage, and that made the divorce because the spouse smelled bad.
No. That's something that can be fixed.
It could be. It could happen.
Something more traumatizing than that.
It could happen, but sorry.
This
you're
is
out of
hard.
time.
I think
This
you
is a hard one,
miscalculated
yeah.
what we're into.
Well, you know what? I just
I love this.
At the outset, we'd see what would happen,
Yes.
and I'm not making
This
it
is
easy
hard.
here.
Right.
Although, ready for factoid number 4?
Yes.
Although born in Fairfax, Virginia, this person describes their hometown, as Overland Park, Kansas.
My God.
Overland Park, Kansas. When you think of Kansas, what do you think of?
Oh, Jesus.
Sunflowers.
Buzz Burbank. Swimming
That's
naked.
I didn't play that because of Buzz.
But didn't he swim naked in Kansas?
Yeah, but that was in gym class, too.
Yeah.
And I think he was from Wichita. Was
Yeah,
he
I
not?
believe he is from
Still,
Wichita.
you asked me top of mind.
Okay.
It became
All right.
Weird.
Are you ready to move
Ready.
on?
Yes, please. No guesses at
let's
this
go
point.
no guesses. Let's go on to factoid 5. This might get it for you.
Okay.
I don't know. This person's maternal uncle is a famous actor from Cheers.
Holy smokes.
I've got it!
Jesus Christ.
This person is Jason Sudeikis.
Rob Spiewak! Rob Spiewak got the answer. I knew it. I knew that would, and that's why I didn't say. And who's the maternal uncle?
George Shelley Long. No, it's George Wendt is his uncle.
George Wendt.
That's right.
George
Damn.
Wendt. So you picked up. See, that's the thing about
Yeah.
who the F is it.
Cheers
If you
got
hear
him.
a factoid,
Cheers.
Yeah.
and it sticks with you at some point, and it's the specific reason
Yeah.
I didn't mention George Wendt by name, but Rob still got it.
I
So
got
that's
cocky.
pretty special.
I had no idea he was a Fairfax-born person.
Didn't know that.
That's crazy.
This person, Jason Sudeikis, cast in the Second City Touring Company. That might have given you
Another
a little
good clue, yeah.
there. This person was featured 12 episodes, I believe, of 30 Rock. On Jason Sudeikis was on 30 Rock. This person is often used as a voice actor. Angry Birds.
Yes.
Red from Angry Birds. That's one of the famous acting jobs. I wouldn't have given you that. And then number 9, I was going to give it up to you. This person was on Saturday Night Live. And this person, and then number 10, this person stars on the nation's #1 streaming comedy and is an Emmy Award winner now. Jason
What
Sudeikis.
was his wife's name? Is the divorce now? What was his wife's name?
He
Olivia
was
Wilde?
divorced. No, Olivia Wilde was the girlfriend, I think, that they were separated. I don't think that they were married.
Okay.
I think they were.
But
he
they're
was divorced from
not
his
dating
first.
anymore. She's dating Harry Styles.
They are not dating anymore at all. But it's Jason Sudeikis, and I have to say, after a little prodding, I've taken a couple of runs at Ted Lasso.
Yes.
And then last night just did a real deep dive on it, and it's just got a sweetness to it that is really spectacular, and the actors are all
Isn't
fantastic.
it amazing?
So it's Jason
with
Sudeikis.
that huge, and his first wife was named Kay Cannon, if that's of any use to you.
Yep.
But Mike, the thing about Lasso is it's got a huge cast for a sitcom,
Right. Yep.
and with the small amount of episodes, they make you care about every character. And I think that's a credit to the writing. I think it really is.
Yeah. They do a nice job, and it's fun. It's fun. So I'm getting into the I really am looking forward to doing a dive because I am early on. They just won one of their first games. That's how early I am.
You're gonna love it.
In,
you know what?
Ted
I'm
Lasso,
jealous
where
because
he benches the famous guy that
Jamie Tart.
Tartley, or Tart, whatever his name is. So it's a.
I'm jealous that you have so many episodes ahead of you because now I live episode to episode every Friday. And
it's fun.
Yeah,
you'll enjoy it.
It's good.
It's a lot of fun. So this weekend, I have to say, it really was Daddy Day Sunday. The routine that we have in our house weekends start out. I have to be perfectly honest. For my son, they start out pretty crappy for him. For anybody, look, there are a lot of people that have had piano lessons out there that know that when you go to piano, it's a bit of a drag, and it is for him. And my job is to ferry him down there. It used to be Carla's, now it's mine because Carla does a lot of work on Saturday. So I've adopted that and take him down. And usually after that, we'll go, do something together. And this particular week, I said, he's been nose to the grindstone, catching up when he was out of school for a little bit, working his ass off doing his homework, has problems we might talk about later in the show with his teacher, which is a drag when a kid doesn't like their teacher. I said, wouldn't it be fun to just shake it up and surprise him and say at the crack of dawn on Saturday, we're going to go angling. We're going to go out and do deep sea fishing.
I didn't know it was a surprise like that. My dad did that for me once, and it's the greatest.
Oh, it was so special, and it was so.
He was
I had
gone
so many
most
moments.
of childhood.
No, there was a time that one time I came home from school.
That's good. That's a win for
that's-
HBS. Isn't
Came
it?
home from school. I might have been kindergarten or first grade, and he said, "Come on, we're going fishing."
Wow.
Yeah, it was neat.
Gone fishing instead of
Deep
just
sea fishing.
wishing. And so down here, I didn't. What are you playing? Oh, the thing for please.
This is when they're assembling the shark cage. It's one of my favorite pieces from Jaws.
All right.
I can lose it. I thought you might enjoy it.
Don't
no,
ruin
it's
the
just
story.
I
I'm sorry, Oscar. Did someone wake you?
You too. As I get older, I get more distracted when you two bicker. But anyway, I still love it. So don't change the thing.
Don't you?
And
don't
I'm doing
change
something
it.
else here. I'm printing something out while I'm talking.
All right.
So we decide we're going to go, and I have not, and I will not share dollar amounts here.
Okay.
But it has become very expensive to charter a fishing boat down here. And so much so that it really threw me for a loop, where it went from being, hey, I think I'll do this with my kid this weekend, to family meeting. This is going to be a little less Christmas if we do this. It was pricey, and they all were. I mean, everyone that I checked out was the same thing. And this was just a 4-hour, a little half-dayer. But the good news is that where I live down here, when I first moved down to Florida, I envisioned myself that I was going to be not only golfing out here, but also be an angler. Those are the two number one hobbies that people have down there. I was going to be involved in both. Well, the boating aspect of things went by the by. I haven't even rented a boat.
Right.
And, you find when you have a passion about something, the other things fall by the wayside. So it's been a long time since I've even been out on the water. I rarely even go down near the water. But this.
Well, you're hydrophobic, aren't you?
No, I'm not hydrophobic. Well, if you need a hydrofacial, though, my wife can help you.
Oh, excellent.
Dermglowskin.com. Check it out, please. She got her machine that she paid $1 million for. So anyway, getting back to it, what I didn't know is that there's this other location that's 20 minutes away. 20 minutes from driveway to this marina where I can go there. And then within, 8-9 minutes, we're out on the Gulf. And it was it's spectacular.
Crazy.
Yeah.
It was crazy, and it was just like, wow, I didn't know this existed down here. And it was so that was the first surprise. And it was last minute. I think I really dialed it in on maybe Thursday night. And you think down here you want to dial these things in early, and it really was special. I would sit here. I rarely bring to you stories. Well, there are a couple of moments that I had that of angling disasters. It's much more funny when I do this. This was just really great for my kid, and it was really special. So we get down there, and it's dark at about 7 a.m. It's still dark here, and we pull up.
How does he do in the mornings on a day like that? Like,
he's fine when he gets up.
Okay,
he's fine. I mean, he goes to the bus at 6:56, so he's up at 6 o'clock every morning.
Rock and roll.
Okay, so he can do it, and especially if he's excited, he's probably even better.
But Mondays suck.
Yeah,
I mean, well, that's the whole thing with the teacher that we're still going back and forth with, trying to figure out. We even had my wife text his best friend's mom, and how does he feel? Oh, I think she's fine. She's strict, but she's fine. So I think we may be getting a picture of the hatred, But the funny thing is today, I swear to God, this came out of his mouth. His vocabulary is off the charts. It's really funny. Probably because he's in this house, and Carl and I are constantly going, wah, 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 wah. But he sits, and I had to bite my lower lip, and he goes, Dad, she is a monstrosity.
Oh. Wow.
And it was terrible.
Good
it's
word
terrible.
used well.
So are you
just
I know we can discuss this later if we need to, but is it just that she's strict, that he doesn't like the strict nature of or is it different?
I mean, both probably.
Okay.
I think he doesn't like the strictness, and I remember I didn't like second grade. That's the first time you make the jump from it's not all let's paint a picture.
Yeah, but when you went, everything was in black and white. Like now, you've got a whole different.
And also,
to be fair, what's that black and white movie? It was Leave It to Beaver when I was.
To be fair, Oscar, second grade was hard for Mike because all of the grades were in the same room.
It was very difficult. It was also New
abacus?
England. It was also New England, so you try to learn, reading and writing when you've got a witch burning going outside.
Exactly. And that day you lost your piece of coal, how did you do your ciphering?
It's horrible. I couldn't cipher at all. It's ridiculous. And then, not only you go out and play on there wasn't a schoolyard. You just go out in the woods, and there would be wild beasts.
But that was after your lunch of a hot yam.
A steaming hot yam cooked in the ground.
Yeah, you'd bury it
in a flame pit.
The yams are ready.
They wanted to use those logs that were left over from burning the witches.
It was very conservative.
Yeah. I preferred the burning to the drowning. The drowning was a drag.
More of a summertime thing, wasn't it?
I'm not a witch. But anywho, so where the hell was I?
Sunnier days.
Back to the angling.
Yes.
Back to the angling. Get down there, and the Capitan is waiting for us. That's good. I've had both. I've had the charters where it kind of comes in at 7:05, and that pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because you're spending your hard-earned money. He's there, and with first thing he says. And this is for people that might want to charter a boat down here in the southwest part of Florida. First thing he says, he looks at Michael. Hey, Michael, nice to meet you. You don't have any bananas, do you?
What?
Because did you guys know bananas are you cannot bring?
Oh, it's bad luck,
if you go on a fishing boat, if you are going on a deep sea fishing trip, if you're going on a charter fish, you're going on a lake, you're going anywhere, you're going to be sitting on the bank casting do not bring a banana.
Yes, Oscar. No bananas.
I thought it was no glass bottles because that's not good for the boat.
Well, no, that's a safety issue. But the banana's a lucky
Live
thing.
bananas.
Yeah.
Because they'll slip and fall into the sea?
No, it's a tradition.
Oh, okay.
No, it's just bad luck.
Oh, this is superstition.
Bite your tongue. It's real. It's
very
as
real.
real as a hook.
I love
It's as real as a hook.
Then eat
because
lima
I know
beans.
this. Guess what?
What?
But how about this?
Yeah. No.
Carla, years ago, probably the last time we did it, brought a banana on the boat.
Oh, no.
We're getting out there. It's like mid-morning. Carla starts going nom 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 on a banana, and the captain was like, "Well, you want to know why you haven't gotten any bites? There it is. She's got a banana." She's like, "What does that mean?" And then we went through
Just like this. It's fascinating that one of the most famous sunscreens is called Banana Boat, and you can't have bananas on boats.
Well, banana
Isn't
boats
that-
are not used for fishing, though.
Oh.
They're used for hauling bananas.
I thought they were
They
recreation.
transport bananas. You know?
I didn't know it'd be bad if I brought a banana.
Rob,
Nobody told me.
no, ma'am, you're not supposed to bring a banana on the
Why
boat.
not?
Because they're bad.
I don't see how that would have any effect at all on fish if I have a banana inside
They
my
do.
laundry.
Please do not eat the banana.
Let it get too brown. I have to make banana bread.
Don't eat the banana on the
It's
boat.
perfect right now. It's perfectly yellow.
Don't eat the banana.
I'm gonna
please.
eat. Listen. I'm gonna eat this banana. Banana.
Rob's generic female impersonation.
Thank you.
That's what it is.
Wonderful.
Don't
so
eat it.
anywho,
Yeah.
so we're out there and we're having a good time. The captain, by the way, was pretty amazing and just a little manic, but amazingly knowledgeable.
Just the three of you on the boat?
Just the three of us on
That's
the boat.
cool.
And he
Private?
started. Well, it's a small boat. It was a small boat. It was one of those big where you
Right.
go out way to sea.
Not
This
a
was
party
like a
boat.
not a party boat.
But
And-
it's fascinating that you can. I thought you would have to go with a group or something like that. No?
Well, it depends on the boat size.
Well, it's cheaper if you do that. You wouldn't be, giving up a house payment to,
that makes sense.
to go on a boat. But that's what they do down here. They do backwater and they do offshore. The good news is this marina is also further south, and this captain. Well, he told me a little bit on the phone on Thursday night, but then he continued with it that the ecosystem. You have to, if you go up closer to Fort Myers, which is near a river known as the Caloosahatchee, which is, how would I describe the toilet? The Caloosahatchee.
okay. All right.
Yeah, Big Sugar gets you the blooms.
You have a lake, you have another, name, Okeechobee, that flushes its poo water into the Caloosahatchee. Then your Caloosahatchee goes down towards Fort Myers, and then it pukes out into the Gulf of Mexico, killing many things in its path, contributing to an overall malaise with the ecosystem offshore.
Got it.
You go a little bit further south, because we weren't that far south of Fort Myers. The water is cleaner. You have to go out much less far into the Gulf of Mexico, and the fishing's better. And this guy was, it was what's called a no-kill boat, where we knew whatever we caught, we were going to release. What? No, that means he's not going to stab us.
I was
going to
say, on the bigger
he's not
party
pull a
boats.
Brian Laundry on us when we're out there.
Always one person that has to be killed. That's also good luck. No bananas and one corpse.
It was fun.
It was.
But he was really talking.
Too much?
Talking. No, because I got to a point where I loved the information, and it was all valid information. And he was.
Was he polished? Was it a
he was-
presentation or?
I wouldn't call him polished. What he was genuinely
That's cool.
engaged in the ecology of
That's
the
awesome.
water down here. And to hear a captain who's just, it breaks his heart to see what's happening down here, because years and years of Democrats and Republicans not giving a rat's ass about this pollution, big sugar that pollutes the waterway down here. It really was refreshing, and he knew his stuff. He knew his stuff, and he also goes to Alaska in the summertime. So he just gotten back. So I got a good captain.
I have
down
a
here. It's
question
great.
about payment.
Yes.
I don't need numbers. Is it a prepay or pay when you're done?
I prepaid, and then I gave him a little tip.
Oh, that's
That's
nice. Now, does he go by captain first name, captain last name, or did you just call him his first name?
What I've learned from
I think I said Cap a couple of times.
I like
is that.
that.
Is that
Okay.
the right way to do it?
I would think
Cap?
so, yeah.
And he did everything. He did
that's what
everything. He
Captain
was
Stavin
super.
goes by as well.
Yeah.
Captain.
Go down below, Captain Staff. No,
This
it
is
was
a no-kill boat.
He did everything. Well, that's the term they use for, they're boats where they load up with a bunch of fish that are probably going to die anyway, that aren't
Sure.
going to be eaten. And it was great. So the reason I'm sharing this with you is that we go out, the sun is rising. It's a little choppy out there. I wear the relief band on my right wrist, and it is phenomenal.
Isn't it great?
Because for me, I could probably handle a larger boat, believe it or not. But when I'm in a small boat with a little bit of chop, that's what gets me. And I was cranking that relief band, and There was nothing. It was
Yeah.
fantastic.
It's
it really
an
worked for
amazing
me.
thing.
I'm not trying to schmooze. I don't even know if they're still advertising.
They are.
But
They are
that's
indeed.
great that they do that. So it was a beautiful morning getting out there, and he immediately knew what he was doing. You know, he had a little fish finder like a lot of these guys do, but he got us right out to this reef. And we put over a line with shrimp on them. And he was, this is all about Michael. I said
So
what I wanted.
Yeah.
I think I had mentioned to him, I'm going to be more of a photographer than anything else. But we ended up putting 2 lines over the water. And you're catching these little fish, some little snapper, and then they're called blue runners. They're tiny little, about that big tuna.
Wow.
They look like tuna, but they're bait fish, primarily bait fish. And Michael gets one on his line. We'd just gotten out to the reef, and we're on light tackle catching our bait to go get bigger fish. And Michael is reeling this in, and he hasn't fished with me a lot, except for throwing things into a pond.
Sure.
And so the captain's saying, "Okay, you got to do it this way. You got to do it this way." And suddenly you hear like that.
Wow.
And my son, who I've referred to him as the king, I will now refer to him as Mr. Lucky.
Yes.
Mr. Lucky, his first saltwater fishing trip ever, he has, while he's bringing in his first fish that he caught within 3 minutes, he's ruined for life for any fishing trip. He has something massive on the, massive. I put my rod back in the little holder. I'm looking at this. The captain is going, not to the left, now to the right. Now reel in. Now keep your hand up. The instructions are
so cool.
coming a mile a minute. For an 8-year-old, it's a lot to do. But he's letting Michael do it. He's letting Michael do it. Meanwhile, the reel, like that. And finally,
How exciting is that sound, though? That's the greatest.
15, 20 minutes, and then I look out off the back of the boat and up into the air.
Wow.
I didn't know it at the time. It was a giant barracuda that goes. I'm like, Michael, slow money. I'm like, barracuda. It was just, and on light tackle not designed for that fish. The fight began, and my little man brought it in, and it
What
was
a wonderful picture.
It
you
was
shared
an
with us.
amazing day. I'll bring it up right
Please.
here so our listeners can see that. If you
Beautiful. A little closer. A little closer. There we go. Autofocus isn't on. You got to turn on autofocus. We'll share it.
Is.
Yeah,
It
we will
is
share
on.
it.
It just doesn't work with that. So.
But it is definitely wider than 2 human beings.
I saw it online. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it's amazing.
It was 50 inches. 50 inches long.
Wow.
And the captain estimated it was probably 40 pounds. And then he said, now I can get all the specs on it and take a really close picture of it if you want to have a taxidermy recreation. You let the fish go. The fish doesn't come on the boat, but you can have it done that way. I said, how much would that be? And when he gave me the price, I said, the same price as the charter. That won't be happening. Thank you. Well,
Congratulations.
I hate to be a cheapskate.
But because you're a good dad, you bought him a rubber snake.
No, he didn't get anything
That
after
picture
that.
alone is amazing.
No, the picture's
He
worth
didn't
it.
get anything after that except a stern talking to a couple of times, okay?
Why?
Yeah, see? Because he's, it's look, when you have an event like that, the adult is the one that realizes, you will never believe what you went. You'll remember that for the rest. In an 8-year-old's mind, it's like,
where's my next
That was
one?
really cool, Dad. What's for lunch?
Yep.
That's kind of the way it was. And then the end of the day comes, and we didn't get much of the big stuff after that.
Right.
Got little bitties. And then we went to one more spot before we were coming in because that's the day. It's like a couple of reefs and you're done.
Correct.
And Daddy, so we're going to get your father a big one. They put on a blue runner, little baby tuna, onto my line.
Is that
And
one
this
of the
time
ones you actually caught? You caught the blue runner? Oh, that's so
we caught
cool.
all the bait.
You get to
all
catch
the
your
bait
bait
we
yeah.
had. And, want to say, sorry for that one blue runner that was eaten by the barracuda. I'm very, very sorry. That fish that fish will not be swimming anymore.
That's okay.
But anywho, so I put my little thing in the water and we troll over the reef a couple of times. I hook one. and it gets away. And, and really, the captain didn't want to come out and say it, but I know he's saying, you clod, put your put the tip of your rod down. I was like, I didn't know this, because I fish. You're supposed to fish, I fish like with your wrists.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to pull up with your elbow and your shoulder and keep your wrist bowed down.
I did not know that.
Really?
So it's the end of the day. So, we're going to pack it. I said, I could care less whether I caught a fish because I suck on a boat.
Yeah.
I'm the most unlucky
But
angler
your son
in the world.
had some luck.
But my son is Captain Lucky, and I'm wondering whether he's going to be, he's going to have a pickup truck with, 15 feet tires and, and be, growing a goatee and a mullet by the time he's 18 now because he's going to be an outdoorsman.
Yeah.
But anywho, we got the captain said, okay, we might as well go. And I said, okay. He said, no. Don't reel it in just yet. And as soon as he said just yet,
cool.
and immediately I look, and the 50 inches little baby compared to this guy, this is a monster.
Wow.
This is a monster that comes out. Half an hour, about 35 minutes it took me to bring this guy into the boat. I know there are people out there going to be, 30 minutes to bring a Barracuda back. What are you, weak? Are you weak or something? Yeah, I am. I'm frail, old, weak. I didn't know whether, you don't know if you're going to be able to do it. Are you a manly man?
No.
Yeah.
Are you going to be? But I did it. The adrenaline starts pumping. It's me against the fish. So I brought in the sucker, and we got it to the boat, and both Papa and the little man had a spectacular day.
So you both caught barracudas. Is that an edible fish if it wasn't a no-kill boat?
I don't think so. I mean,
I don't either. I've never heard of it.
I think they're bony. So I'm not sure.
In a pinch,
but it
you
was
probably could eat it.
Sure.
What's that?
In a pinch, you could eat it, right? It's edible.
Oscar, in a pinch, you could eat your own feces.
That's true.
Anywho,
could you? That's a heck of a pinch.
Well, maybe I didn't. Maybe
as
not
a matter
for
of fact, you
nourishment.
might have to pinch first and then.
Did you hear? Maybe not for nourishment. You stepped on my line there. We got to take a break, but anyway.
I sent you a text just so you know.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
Okay.
yes, no problem.
Whenever he tells me, that's always special.
I think you'll enjoy it. Maybe it's not safe for work, but safe for
All
us.
right, hold on a second. I got it.
Group text.
All right.
Oh, it's a group?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Just wait for it.
Yes, he is doing that, Oscar, you filthy pig. We'll be right back, everybody.
Have you heard the latest bonus show? If you haven't, here's what you missed.
Margaritas are like a woman's breasts. 2 are great. 3 are too many.
He's very distracting. He's fun.
You're so late for school, I said, none.
I want to take you home.
All right, let's do the fat attack.
The 2000th churro is free.
You know what? Why don't we do a live show for 30 years?
We should do that.
I would love that.
If you don't have a bonus show subscription, what are you waiting for? It's your only chance to get that 5th hour of comedy power delivered to your device every Friday. Be a part of the fun and get your subscription now at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Thank you, Jim Amato, and welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. Are you holding on to boxes of old home movies? I bet you are. Mm-hmm. But even more important, can you even watch that priceless footage? Every day, VCRs and film projectors get harder to find, and the media you're storing continues to wear down and become more vulnerable. Vulnerable means like it, can actually disintegrate
in
some
decays,
cases.
yeah.
Being able to preserve those memories is exactly what Legacy Box was created to do. Let Legacy Box digitally preserve your past and bring new life to those trapped family memories. The service could not be simpler. Use their kit to safely send the moments you want preserved. Their team will create a digital archive by hand right here in the USA. Then you'll receive your new copies stored on the cloud, a thumb drive, or DVD, along with all the original media that you sent them. Once you have your digital versions, you can relax knowing they'll be secure for generations. Although, let's be honest, when you get to the 4th or 5th generation after you buy the farm,
Yeah.
People aren't going to care.
No, they'll use that thumb drive to make a table set level.
But like for my kid, my kid, since
Oh,
I'm an older
huge.
father,
Yes.
and for your children and your children's children, it's great. I don't know why I said that. I probably shouldn't have said it during a Legacy Box commercial. Maybe I'm thinking about my own mortality. I don't know. Order in minutes and enjoy forever. I can see my folks whenever I want. I love watching them. It's
That is cool.
That's the best.
Because he stole a like a Super 8. I don't even know if it was Super 8. A camera. No, it wasn't Super 8.
It was
He stole
probably
like a real
16
film
millimeter,
camera.
probably.
16 millimeter from the Etna.
He borrowed it.
Where he and took it on his. Did you say cathode?
No, he borrowed it technically. He borrowed it.
Sure.
Yes.
And I just see them, walking on the beach smoking, on the going to dinner smoking. And anyway, Legacy Box. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm digressing on your commercial. They're really great. Rob
best.
loves seeing his kids
Smoking.
It's a thumb drive away. Visit legacybox.com/TMOS to take advantage of this limited time offer for 40% off. That is a great deal. Take advantage of this exclusive offer today and then use their kit whenever you're ready. That's legacybox.com/TMOS to save 40% off. Legacybox.com/TMOS. Yeah, I imagine with Legacy Box, you could sit there, grab the whatever media, even if it's off the cloud, and show Mom, I've got something on your computer, Mom. Take a look at this.
Wonderful
You've got
moments.
it right
so
now.
cool. The best.
So thanks to Captain Mark, the charter company did a great job. I'd mention them, but
Paid full price.
Paid full price. That's the
Exactly.
way it works. And then it set me up for the Sunday of Suck, which where it all came back to me. All came back of being a fan of both the Boston Red Sox and the New York Giants, because I'm from Central Connecticut, in the 1970s, and watching both your teams do their level best just to fuck you.
Oh, dear.
The Washington football team had the same results as usual. A big L. The Ravens came out on top. So
Amazing game.
Really, at the end of the game?
They were lucky.
Oof.
There's some luck involved. But as coaches in the NFL will tell you, if you allow it to be luck at the end of a game, you've screwed the game up to start with. So,
and Go Pack Go pulled it out last night.
Yeah. I didn't know that. That's the game I didn't even know as we went to tape. Patriots won that game, huh?
No,
or the Packers won?
Packers won, yeah.
The Packers beat the Patriots?
Last few seconds.
What was the game last night? When did the Patriots play? Did the Patriots win?
The Patriots lost. Lost, yes.
Okay.
Patriots and Tampa Bay next Sunday night.
I am trying my level best now. And I did it maybe for the first two games. I'm not going to do it anymore. I'm not going to post my frustrations about sports.
You should if it helps. If it helps you, you should do it.
It doesn't help. Because if you do it early in a game and then the game turns around, you look like a complete doof mook
turncoat
when
as
you
well,
do that.
Yeah.
And by the way, we'll have the homepage in the next segment because
Okay.
I just I don't know. I'm lost.
This is therapy. This works.
I just wanted to combine the weekend.
WVU
I don't want to make it all.
lost.
Yeah, WVU not
Almost
a good game
beat
for
number
them.
4.
It was a night game, and they almost came back.
Yep.
Yeah, they
Was
held
your
their
son
own.
at the game?
He was at the. I don't think he was at the game. No, I think it was an away game. I think it was an away game. And we've decided that we're going to go up and see him this weekend, and we will do some tailgating. But as a safety precaution, I'm not going into a stadium. We're going to.
Who's the starting quarterback for WVU?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Are you kidding me?
I like it when you completely yield. That's at least your big. I'm putting you on the spot there. So
Mike, it's Sonny Jurgensen. He's a young, talented QB from North Carolina. No, I don't know. I will bone up on some players. It's Jared Doge.
What is it? The name
Jared
you can't pronounce?
Doge.
Jared Doge.
Doge is his name.
Did you watch the game on the telly?
I watched it until the end of the third quarter. Yeah, I did.
When the game was tied?
Were they getting blown out?
No.
It was fine, but I said I can watch the rest of this tomorrow. I'm tired.
Oh, my God. It was 13-13. It lost 16-13.
Yeah.
You went to bed?
I was T-bowing it.
He's not a sports guy. He won't be a sports guy. That's all right. I'm not forcing him to be
But
a sports guy.
But I am.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. It was 13-10 in the third quarter, and the West Virginia was winning. And then Oklahoma came back.
I might not be a sports guy, but I can be a tailgate guy and a visit my son guy. That's what I can be. So I look forward to that.
Look,
Yeah, make it.
you're going to do what the
I
students
mean, that's
do.
great.
You get hammered before the game.
Right.
You go pretend to watch a game somewhere.
Yeah, we'll go to Mike, it's funny. If you look around Morgantown, I was looking at a map. There are places that serve alcohol. And
Enjoy it.
I will go and find a place with a television.
I am living vicariously through you, and I'm super jealous because it would be cool to have my son go to a school where there was a program. It would really be kind of neat. And a lot of these guys down here, when their kids go to like the University of Florida or the University of Miami, they get completely engaged in it and meet other parents, and it's a whole new thing.
It's so foreign to me. Now, my Uncle Dana, who was only 10 years older than me, he went to Notre Dame. And so that was a big, big deal for him, and because the football
it's a big deal for anybody.
It's huge out there, and that's really cool. But then I went to a school that had no program. My dad went to school not long enough to get into the programs. Yeah. And then Julia went into VCU, and no program still 30 years later. So the fact that this is...
VCU doesn't...
that's what I'm saying, is that basketball. Basketball, football is football.
Yeah, football.
And so this is sort of a new thing, and it's cool.
You'll have the experience between what we experienced at Iowa, right?
Yeah, that's the amazing thing, is that's sort of my only time of dipping my toe in college football. And what an amazing night that was.
So from having experienced both as a student and then when we went out there, it's the same. Like the entire town becomes about Mountaineer football.
Yeah.
You're going to have a great time.
That's fun.
I can't wait.
It's just great to hitch your wagon. I think you're going to have a blast.
Perfect
with that.
distance away. It's 3 hours. We leave that morning and get a hotel room that night. So it'll be great.
I'm going to put in here Red Sox.
Probably book before you go.
Oh, it's already booked.
Radio.
This may shock you, Oscar. If you try to book a hotel on a game weekend, sometimes the prices seem elevated.
So when I heard that, I'm like, oh no.
Yeah. Do you know what the Marriott wanted?
$300 a night
for a queen size room. $529 one night.
Man.
And the Mountaineer Inn, not much better, which is why we're on the outskirts of town.
Well, my football consisted of the New York Giants sucking against the Atlanta Falcons, and that sucked. And then after that, and by the way, expected.
Sure.
Really not expected. I thought this would be the game they did. They're in such complete disarray, and for all of the teams in the NFL, you know what I'm talking about.
Are the problems multifold?
When you root for a team in the NFL that sucks, your fun is over. Your hope, it's just it's shaving off little pieces of hope, and it doesn't take long. As a matter of fact, really, we can be 3 games in. Oh, there's a lot going on here. No, there's a lot more season. No, you feel that that horrible feeling. Could you run off a few wins sometimes? Yeah. But then I move on to the evening where my Boston Red Sox managed to get swept by the New York Yankees.
You had hope, though, going into
You did.
The Red Sox were on an incredible roll until we just met the Yankees, and now we're just going to stop playing because we're so scary and intimidated. And the Red Sox are losing in spectacular fashion and all that. And by the way, I just want, but you don't care about my sports teams. You don't, and I don't expect you to.
Look, my bookie allows me to care about every team.
Yeah,
but I mean, as far as this story, I'm just going to say this about baseball, okay?
Yes.
Baseball. The announcers that I heard on I think, was it ESPN? Would that be the, I think that's the broadcast that carried the Red Sox Yankees. And I listened in the car on to the Red Sox broadcast. They're horrible. They're beyond horrible. They think now that they have to be, what's happening to my picture? Is that all right? Okay. Well, anyway,
fine.
They're horrible. They think that they have to just have nonstop explosive diarrhea patter during the entire game. And I'm sitting there going, I am a baseball fan. I am engaged in one thing, the competition going on the field at that moment. The great ones, names like Red Barber, Harry Carey. You can talk about Mel Allen with the New York Yankees. You can talk about the spectacular, who's the guy that
Vin
used
Scully.
to do John Miller, Vin Scully. These guys talked about what was happening. Now, if it was happening in the stands and it's during the game, fair game. You can have a lot of fun with that. But if you're going to talk about statistics and oh my God, you want to know what's look, I realize the game is too slow. I realize the game is not what that we want now with our short attention spans, but it is not being aided by broadcasters who drone on incessantly about things that don't matter. Shut the F up. And if you're going to talk about anything, talk about this. Go, there's the set and the pitch. Here it comes. You can't do that when you're going yabba, 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 telling your little stories, thinking you're somehow an entertainer. That's what I do. Okay, yes. I talk about that when I'm telling my fish stories and neglecting to tell you the fact that when I brought in when I brought in my Barracuda, I slipped on the cooler and almost broke my neck and lost my balance, but I still brought the fish in.
That's good.
Forgot
That's
to tell you that.
Mike, is there anything braver?
You have your Crocs on?
No, I had my Hey Dudes on.
Okay,
Mike, is there anything braver?
Fine sponsor, we'd love them.
Is there anything braver than like a baseball announcer that just shuts up and lets the sound carry? Sometimes?
I don't even think it's brave. I think it's the right way to do it.
It's so great. I remember.
Just shut up. You just shut up and let the game happen. They hear the sounds of the game, especially on TV.
Well, yeah, but so many times I was doing a late night car ride with Big Daddy growing up, and we'd have some crackly AM, sometimes out of Boston, sometimes out of Baltimore,
and you hear like 10 seconds of air,
and that's how you present the game. That's how
fantastic.
You do it.
And then you talk when it's necessary.
When you need
you're
to.
Describing the action. Mouth. So mad at that, but anyway, but I'm moving away again. Came back, did a little fair weather fan thing.
Burned enough times.
I'll keep an eye on it, but it was nice that I spent the entire season on the sidelines. Was able to come back to the Boston Red Sox so they could jam me like that. Just so they give me a little proctology exam.
Mike, you got an entire season in about a week and a half. Yeah. God bless you.
They did it all. Really, in a week and a half, they did the exact stuff they did to me during my childhood. Just again, it's like, we're winners, 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 winners. Oh, who's here? It's the New York Yankees. Yay.
Mike relived his entire childhood in 240 hours.
Yeah. My team sucks. Sorry. We got to take a break, and we'll come back with the homepage right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. And, I'll hang in there. By the way, I'll hang in there with the Red Sox. I'll be paying attention until the season's over.
Yes.
See if they can get a wild card spot. And for the New York Giants, I'll give them 2 more weeks.
2 weeks!
2 weeks. And please fire everyone. Goodbye.
Checking in live from the deck of the Jack Tar.
Do you know that Pony has something peculiar and unexpected in his car at all times?
So I got an inflatable fishing kayak.
You're going to need a bigger boat.
I never thought I'd get a gone fishing from this guy.
Not like going down the pond chasing bluegills or tommy cats.
You don't even eat them?
I mean, I don't want to eat a dirty Fairfax fish.
Bad fish.
I'll eat like flounder if I'm like surf fishing in Virginia Beach.
Caught you a delicious bass.
This shark will swallow you whole.
Whether you're the skipper on the deck of the Jack Tar or the SS Caballito.
Small horse.
The Mike O'Mara Show Shopping Center has everything you need for your next fishing expedition.
1 case of apricot brandy. Champagne, Iranian caviar, and don't forget the color TV.
Click the banner at MikeO'MaraShow.com, and as we say on the high seas,
here's to swimming with bow-legged women.
I don't know what that last part was. That's Captain Quint. Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Public Rec. I would rather be caught dead than wear my favorite pair of sweats outside of the home. Why is it that the clothes that are most comfortable are the most unattractive?
Look at this guy here. Look at this guy.
Well, look at this. We're talking about Public Rec. Oscar is modeling those delightful, what is that, a burgundy pair of pants that you're wearing right now?
Yes. Like Ron
Public
Burgundy.
Rec, Public Rec, Public Rec.
I love lamp.
At Public Rec, they believe that comfort starts with a better fit. That's right. Steve Carell, if he was here and you gave him your pants, he'd love them.
He would.
Their best, what?
He said he would.
He said he would love them, yeah.
Their best-selling all-day, everyday pant is available in over 40 different sizing combinations. 40. The whole tray. And you can fit men anywhere from 5'8" to nearly 7 feet tall.
Look at my red pants.
And the fabric Public Rec spent years engineering the perfect blend of softness, stretch, and durability. It's all the performance benefits you love with the added style for more formal occasions. They also have zipper pockets, so no more having your phone or wallet fall out while you sit down or do your happy dance. They come in 9 different colors, one for each day of the week, and then some. And you can wear one color on Monday one week and then another color the next week.
Yeah, today is Maroon Monday.
Maroon Mondays.
They just launched their women's line, so now anyone listening to this can enjoy Public Rec's better-fitting comfort. Who knew you could look sharp in sweats? Public Rec did. And just look at Oscar. Look, he did a modeling job for you. I love them, too. They're the best. Public Rec rarely discounts, but right now they have an exclusive offer just for our listeners. Go to publicrec.com and use promo code TMOS to receive 10% off. That's publicrec.com and use our promo code TMOS.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage, ladies and gentlemen, and we start with Britney Spears. Yes, Britney Spears.
Leave Britney Spears alone right now.
Well, the Hulu documentary Controlling Britney Spears contains some shocking revelations about just how closely her father, Jamie, was watching her. And if they're true, they are.
James Spears?
James Spears. A guy who worked for a security firm called Black Box. Right there, that sounds hinky to me, though, doesn't it?
Sounds like a
He
category.
claims that Jamie hired them to spy on her. First of all, they set up an encryption system on her mobile devices so that Jamie would see any emails or texts she sent or received. He also claims Jamie had them set up some kind of listening device in Britney's bedroom. He says he was once ordered to destroy some of the recordings that were made from it because it was stuff that they didn't want anyone to ever hear. All right.
What?
But he saved it. He saved it because he's a scumbag. No, because he was worried it could be, quote, evidence.
This is the guy at Black Box was instructed to destroy something and he destroyed it but kept a copy?
And then he says he saved it because he was worried it could be, quote, evidence. He didn't say what was on it, though.
I bet he said,
he's a scumbag.
Mike, what he said was,
Also,
I was afraid it might be evidence.
the whole point of a security company is so this doesn't happen.
Right.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And
you
then
don't
they
ever see
hire-
that Israeli firm come out and say, hey, we sold this software to someone, and by the way, this is what we found.
Yeah,
Right.
but James Spears loves the security company.
They had high keyword search for Black Box.
Yeah, good.
Black Box.
And a great Yelp review.
SEO.
They almost always delete stuff.
They were the first one that came up. Maybe they won't tell anybody about this.
3.5 stars.
Hey, you know what the moral of the story is? Don't hire the company that's got the catchy, silly, cool, too cool name.
Yeah.
And don't hire the contractor that's got the new shiny truck.
True.
It's like two things I've always said.
Leave Britney Spears alone right now.
That is true. Dog the Bounty Hunter, did you see this video?
I did.
Oh, he hasn't been relevant for a while, so he's trying to change that by getting involved in the Gabby Petito, Brian Laundrie situation on Friday. He showed up with his incredible hair at the home in Northport, Florida, where Brian lives with his parents. He knocked on the door a bunch of times. Nobody answered. He also talked to a neighbor for a while, then knocked a few more times, and then he left. A bunch of reporters showed up, and one of them asked why he was there. He said, quote, "Come on, you know."
He also says aloha an awful lot.
Aloha. I got to go tan.
Dog.
He also gave out the number for his tip line. Dog's team issued a statement saying, don't you think Dog's team now is probably Dog himself?
Yeah. And that guy from Black Box.
And he also has an Alexa personal assistant. Yeah. That's on his team as well.
Dog's team issued a statement saying, quote, "Dog and his wife, Francie, have experienced extreme loss themselves. Their hearts go out to Gabby's family for what they're going through and want to help bring justice for her death." Now, see, I would continue with that quote saying, and this is a golden opportunity for me to be in the spotlight once again.
Wasn't the loss he experienced was TV show?
I think it might have been. William Shatner is going to ride in Jeff Bezos' giant phallic rocket.
Nice.
At 90 years old, that'll make him the oldest person. Isn't it hard to believe Captain Kirk's 90?
Doesn't look it.
His hair is only 50.
It'll make him the oldest person ever to go into space. The previous record was just set back in July when 82-year-old Wally Funk rode Bezos' giant thing. Obviously, all your Star Trek where no man has gone before jokes are valid, but one website pointed out another interesting angle. Shatner will be the first WWE Hall of Famer in space.
Wow, I didn't know he was in the Hall of Fame.
I think the Star
So's
Trek
Trump.
Yeah, stronger.
Trump's a WWE Hall of Famer, I believe.
Yeah, I believe he is.
I don't know why I remember that. That's isn't that special?
Do you remember when we one time got an interview with William Shatner and he says, "Oh, I'm fine, just eating a sandwich."
Just eating a sandwich. Yeah. William Shatner, relaxing in my kitchen in sunny California, having a nice peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Someone polled 4,000 Americans about the most essential streaming services, and here we go. Netflix, number one.
Of course.
41%. They beat Hulu by double. Hulu was 2 with 21%. Then we have HBO Max, Disney Plus, Prime Video, Paramount Plus. BS. I cry BS.
I don't know.
I'm a subscriber.
It has iCarly. I subscribe.
Yeah.
Discovery Plus. Shut up, Rob.
He's
Peacock.
not lying.
I'm not lying.
Apple
It's so
TV.
true. It's sad.
Apple TV, and 6% said none of the above.
Mike, they would have had more respondents, but half of the people were trying to figure out Hulu.
Yeah, Hulu. Thank you, Hulu. There's a new report out of a list of jobs that don't require any previous experience, and some of them pay even more than the current national median income. You don't need any experience if you want this kind of a job.
Hit us up.
Highway maintenance workers, $42,000 a year. Heating, cooling, and refrigeration mechanics and installers. I was surprised at this one because I thought they had to be trained.
Yeah, I thought so.
Well, they're probably trained. You just don't
On
need
the
previous
job.
experience.
Yeah.
51,000. Insurance sales agents, 52,000. Plumbers, pipe fitters, and steam fitters, 56,000. And here's the weird one at number one.
Yeah.
Recreation and fitness studies teachers.
PE?
Yeah.
Isn't that gym teachers?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah.
$66,000.
Yeah, you got to deal with all those F sticks, though.
Yeah, but I mean, that's pretty good if you're not skilled.
The F-stick factor.
Does that mean you can not have a college degree and go into a school and be a gym teacher?
Probably.
I think if you could get you'd have to get the job though. I think, and there's probably people ahead of you that have
Background
degrees.
checks.
Yeah, gotta have that.
That wasn't. Do your own research.
Not a private coach.
You
right?
get on that scooter and play crab soccer, mister.
Crab soccer's meant with your feet, not your hands.
Crab
Wait,
soccer
both
with
of
a
them
big,
are.
giant bouncing ball.
Cage balls, Mike.
Cage balls is what they were called. And now a little something. An 11-year-old kid in Ohio went to a haunted house near Cleveland with his mom last weekend, and one of the actors accidentally stabbed him in the foot. Oh. But thankfully, it wasn't serious. The kid, I should not laugh at that.
Mike,
the kid
this
and his
is
mom,
not funny.
They were going through the haunted house. They're doing haunted houses in September now? Is that?
Hi, it's William Shatner in a haunted house.
Well, it's COVID friendly. Everyone has a mask.
The kid and his mom were going through the haunted house when a 22-year-old actor, unnamed, tried to scare them by scraping a real Bowie knife across the ground. Or a Bowie knife.
Yeah.
Bowie.
I always say Bowie because
David
Bowie is
Bowie.
where Kathy is. Then he started stabbing the knife into the ground near the kid's feet and unfortunately got a little too close.
This is...
I've been to extreme haunted houses where they have the chainsaw.
And they really
and you're like,
they try to scare you, yeah.
What if somebody has a bad day with the chainsaw?
Yeah, not a fan.
You sure it's got the teeth on it? You sure it did that? Or is
Couldn't
it?
guarantee it. I was too busy running, Mike. I was running.
Were you drunk?
No. Please.
And even if there's no chain, they still get hot to the touch.
Yes,
burn
they do.
yourself. Burn your cheek.
Thank you. I'm glad you put that in here. He ended up stabbing the knife through the kid's croc and cut his toe.
Oh, no, Christ.
But only nicked him. Just nicked him a little bit.
Good.
They bandaged him up. And here's how much this kid loves Halloween. He insisted, brave little boy, on finishing the haunted house. Yay! The actor admitted using a real knife was a bad idea, but police determined it was an accident and the kid's mom did not want to press charges. No word on what the 22-year-old was dressed as. So I'm going to go with an idiot. He was dressed as an idiot. A 22-year-old idiot with a Bowie knife. There we are.
You can buy the idiot costume at any Halloween pop-up store.
Pop-up, baby. Anyway, we'll take a break and we will come back with more fun and more thrills because you are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. I'm going to be in a haunted house and stab a kid in the foot. We'll be right back.
K-Star Country 99.7.
KTMOS Country driving you loco on the Cattle Drive to Work show. Good morning, America. It's me, Chuck Wagon, on Spiewak County's best country, playing the country hits while you're spraying your stinky pits. Have you ever thought about being a KTMOS talking head? Well, have you? Well, partner, it's easy to do. Just drop us a note at rob@MikeO'MaraShow.com. That's Rob with 2 B's, doodah. Tell us why you'd be a great talking head, and be sure to include your phone number, and don't forget your name. Oh, what's my name? Fuck you, that's my name. Here's Buck Owen.
You don't know me, but you don't like me.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show, brought to you by Noom. When it comes to losing weight, there's a lot of pressure to label foods good or bad, but that just causes a lot of confusion. There's a great service out there if you're trying to do this. It's called Noom, and it's here to change how we see food with a psychology-based approach that looks not only at what you eat, but also how you eat. Instead of making you feel guilt or regret, Noom empowers you to keep on trucking. Everybody's journey is different, so Noom customizes a program for you based on your personal goals. No food is totally off limits. If you have an off day, relax. Noom is gently going to help you get back on the track. Noom only asks for about 10 minutes of your day. That's it. That's all that it's required. It's really that easy and that good, and they want to teach you about your eating habits and check in on your progress. If you doubt me, more than 80% of users complete the program, more than 60% of users lose 5% or more of body weight, and 60% of them keep the weight off for a year or more. One size does not fit all. Choose your goals, and Noom will personalize a weight loss program to you. Oscar loves Noom. Carla loves Noom. Everybody that tries it loves Noom.